Sub EVC, stepping on my intro just a little bit. Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesweegi at the desk with the Saturday Scouts. This is the first season that we are playing in Honkball Hoofdklasse, and hopefully not the last. Our Hoofddorp Pioneers are not doing so good. We are tied with Utrecht UVV for possibly getting relegated out of Hoofdklasse, which is not a thing that happens much anymore. It's voluntary. Like Quick Amersfoort was in Honkball Hoofdklasse last year. They're now in the Park 25, but they got relegated out. Haarlem's top two clubs, DSS and Kinheim, divorced. DSS now playing in the lower level. Kinheim is still up at Hoofdklasse. And as it happens, Utrecht was only in the top league for 2 seasons at this point. They joined Hoofdklasse in 2023, replacing the Storks of Den Haag, who are in real life and in this game still in Eerste Klasse. So we made a trade last stream to bring in Christian Diaz and JC Sulbaren as some help. Curacao got a decent player, though, in Antonio Velez, who now along with Tom de Block, WBC champ hero. The Neptunus is going to be a problem. You'll also notice, hey, why is all the home run totals so low? This is a dead ball league. Marnix Rubens leading the league with 4. So Busum really making some noise. HCAW, Honkball Club Alan Weber. On the pitching side, Lars Huyer kicking some butt. Austin Warner, one of our foreign guys, seems to be doing pretty well. Poor Liu Fuenmayor, their closer for Kinheim, is just getting rocked. Ditto for Sam Vandermeer of Utrecht. So hopefully we can stay out of the relegation spot. We've got our middle game of a 3-game set against UVV coming up today. UVV stands for, by the way, Utrecht Football Vereniging. Utrecht Football Association. They also play football in the Dutch leagues. However, they are in like the 9th tier of the pyramid. Anytime you see a V in a team name or in a team logo, they're sort of an affiliate or a sporting group. One of the teams that could get promoted into the top club top league next year, the Wassenaar Greens down in Eerste Klasse, is also a combination football and honkball team. So, because we play out every single game that takes place at a home or at a stadium with a stadium mod, so our home ballpark is one of them. Also means we have a chance for a little bit of a lineup introduction. Please enjoy. And now today's starting lineup. Batting first, the third baseman, number 9, Gideon Marlin. Third baseman, number 9, Marlin. Batting second, the right fielder, Yziar Clotida. Number 55, right field, Clotida. Batting third, the left fielder, Mark Schmid. Number 28, left field, Schmid. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Christian Diaz. Number 1, designated hitter, Diaz. Batting fifth, the catcher, Edouard Bolivar. Number 11, catcher, Bolivar. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Tyrell Mercado. Number 30, center field, Mercado. Batting 7th, the first baseman, Michael Dumitrescu. Number 8, first base, Dumitrescu. Batting 8th, the shortstop, Pedro Hernandez. Number 10, shortstop, Hernandez. Batting 9th, the second baseman, Terrence Hemskirk. Number 31, second base, Hemskirk. Today's starting pitcher, J.C. Sulbaran. Number 15, pitcher, Sulbaran. I mean, we got some decent players from Neptunus in that trade. Sulbaran won Best Pitcher in the Netherlands last year. You see there, 16 and 11 or 11 and 0 record in 16 starts, a 1.44 ERA. Guy's good. Johnny Ricks, thank you for the follow. Play with the ball, yes. And we also picked up Christian Diaz, who was last year's Holland Series MVP, to bring some much-needed pop to this otherwise popless lineup. $14.90 Duke, welcome in. It is a small grandstand here at Sport Park Pioneers. And Sulbaran starts things off with a 4-pitch walk. Amar Van Swiete, the first baseman. Rocketed to center field. Mercado makes it look easy. Thank goodness we have an actual center fielder again. Tyler was injured for so much of the early going, and now he's back, and I'm happy about it. Quinn Cotton. 0-2 on the way. Big swing and a miss. Sulbaran, his first K of the game. That'll bring up Malcolm Marlin. Bounced in the dirt, swing and a miss. Phil Rowland, the start. Played for Utrecht last season. He is, what's the word I'm looking for? Not someone you'd expect to do well. Gideon Marlin doesn't strike out much. The youngster grounds out to second for the first out. Malcolm Marlin, I wonder if they're related. Utrecht, Willemstad. No, they very much are not. Here's Clotita. I was doing some research into Clotita. He played for Quick Amersfoort last season in Honkbal, and he's retired now. You can actually find him on LinkedIn. Schmidt tries to inside out this one, and it's over under the arm of an outstretched Malcolm Marlin. Mark Schmidt aboard at first. That'll bring up the big bopper Christian Diaz. Blocked by Zegvard. Back-to-back wild pitches. And this one will advance Schmidt to second. Full count for Diaz. He holds up and works the walk. Excellent at bat to come back there. Catcher Bolivar. Bolivar, part of an interesting tandem with Edgar, I can't remember his full name, Starling Hatma. But as a Venezuelan, he probably... Okay, yeah, we were a dunce and locked him up long term, so oops, maybe Enrique Starling Hatma needs to play more first base. Tyrell Mercado lined into left field, and that's going to give the Pioneers the lead. Quinn Cotton will throw it into home. It's a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Hoofddorp. Mercado really makes things happen out there. Dumitrescu will ground to second. That'll be the end of the bottom of the first. Parker Bulthuis. Bulthouse will ground out to Dumitrescu, one away. Raul Kortstrom. Lofted into left. That's going to fall in front of Schmid. Don Jansen. Bolivar's throw to second is in time. Second caught stealing for Bolivar. Everything's turning up Hofdorp so far. Utrecht down 2-0. Pedro Hernandez now. Line to right. That's going to fall for a base hit. Yeah, the BABIP in this league is like 313 in the stat settings. This is not KBO. Hell, this isn't even the indie leagues. It is really fun to play in a completely different league structure. Malcolm Marlin will field this one from the other Marlin. Gideon standing at first. Urian Hansen out of the game. Yerson Domatilia into the game. Zegvard retrieves the wild pitch. Rowland has thrown, 3 so far? Or 2. And Clotita, on the payoff, works the walk. Marlin and Clotita getting a little bit of a dance out there. Schmid will swing and miss with runners at first and second, ending the bottom of the second. Timothy Rojas now, full count. Line to right, Clotita will be on it, but he won't get there in time. Rojas is aboard with a leadoff single. Here's the catcher, Zegvard. Roll to third, Marlin to Hemskirk, on to first, a double play. That's enough honk on the honk ball. Sulbaran with a called strike 3. It helps to have an ace who's familiar with the league. Christian Diaz high and deep to right center field, off the wall. Almost a home run for Christian Diaz. He's standing at second. Something mush ball. Bolivar will ground out to the first baseman, Van Zwieten. Now Mercado. Diaz over at third. They want nothing to do with Tyrell Mercado. He's aboard. Dumitrescu. Fly ball to right. Sacrifice play. Throw home is not in time. 3-0 Hofdorp. Here's Van Zwieten. Drilled high and deep to center field. Mercado only needs to take a few steps. Quinn Cotton now. 1-1. Pop to center field. Mercado charging this one. Can't come up with it. One out single for Cotton. It'll be Marlin now. Sulbaran. Pitching well. Bolivar's throw will be not in time. Cotton with his 5th stolen base of the season. Marlin sends this to left. Schmid. Throws it into third. 2 down runner at second for Parker Bulthuis. Bulthouse sent to center. Mercado not needing to stretch himself that much. Everything's been pretty much straight away. Hemskirk into foul territory. Long run for Van Zwieten. He's there. Marlin works the walk. Back-to-back walks given up by Roland. 6 now in the game. I mean, Marlin is known for having a fantastic eye. 17 walks in 18 starts. He's batting only 133, but he's getting on base at a 333 clip. He gets on base. Schmid. Rocketed into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Marlin will round third and attempt to score. And he's in there sliding. Schmid with an RBI single. Diaz deep to right center field. That will be off the wall as well. Can't he just get something over the fence? 2 more RBIs. Now, what I need to figure out is if there is a mercy rule setting. Because there is in the real honk ball. If you're up by 10 or more after 7 innings, the game's called early. And Diaz, 90 gap power. No surprise, he's got a double-double day. Jeffrey Levinstone. Van Zwieten makes it 2 down for Mercado, runner at third. Third baseman hasn't seen much action. Rojas throws across the diamond. And it's now 6-0 Hoofddorp. Pioneers putting the screws to their potential relegation mate or opponent. Amsterdam only a game ahead of both of these clubs. Finishing in 6th will result in a postseason berth. Dumitrescu flips this one to Silberon. And he turns things over quickly. Livingston issues a leadoff walk. Oh, dear. Oh, why did you sign this guy, Utrecht? Unless he's like an actual player signed with the club. Hemskirk squares to bunt and bluffs it for ball 1. That's popped up. Charging in is Van Zwieten. 1 away. Gideon Marlin deep to left. So he can actually swing the bat. Who knew? Clotida. I think that's, what, a 3-walk day for him? Yep. 0 for 1 with 3 walks and a run scored. I'm pretty sure there's some mess in the settings that's causing all the walks. Good play by Domitilia. Silberon. Still going here. Third time through the lineup now. Domitilia, the shortstop. Swings over a very slow breaking pitch. Curveball into the dirt. Van Zwieten. To short. Pedro. Across the diamond. 2 away. I like playing modern games where there's actual, like, real players strewn about. That's one of the things that bug me about... Ooh, that might be gone. Good work there, Bolivar. About JPBO is that it is, although it is a complete replacement for League Redacted in Out of the Parks 23 and on, it doesn't have that many real players. With the WBC historical data, though, we are able to bring some guys back into League Redacted, but not enough. All right, Dumitrescu tacks on another one. Let's say that if it gets to 10-0, we will stop playing out every single at-bat. That may be the mercy rule equivalent. I mean, it's not like we're going to pull another terrible quick sim like we did with the Rockies in 2012's World Series. Clotida finally gets his first hit of the game. And it's an RBI, too. Possibly 2. Hemskirk thrown out at third to allow the runner to score. Sulbaran says he wants to go the distance. At this point, let him. Pinch hitter here is Jaspar Heinsdijk. Mercado with a diving catch. And that's going to get the fans here singing. Sulbaran 7 shutout innings. That'll be ball game. Sulbaran goes the distance. Urian Hansen was the one who was injured in a collision at a base. Shoulder tendonitis. Sulbaran, 9 strikeouts, 7 hits, 1 walk. Christian Diaz with a triple-double day. Right on. Which moves us 1 game out of the relegation spot. In your default Honkball Hofklasse setup, you will not have to worry about relegation. I am extra, and I added in the 3 extra levels of the Dutch Honkball pyramid. There's actually 6. So in addition to the Honkball Hofklasse, which 1 team gets relegated, I added in Eerste Klasse. 1 team goes up, but there was a 4-team playoff. 2 teams go down to Tweede Klasse. 1 team from each pool goes up. 1 team from each pool goes down to Derde Klasse. And please don't make me make Vierde Klasse. So because Utrecht Ballpark is not modeled, we're going to skip ahead to this game against Busum. We win 2-0 on the road. Heck yes. So we swept Utrecht. Now we're a game back of Amsterdam. We're at the official halfway point of the season. We've won 3 in a row. Sulbaran getting the start against Aaron Brooks. Now, because it's not the first game of the stream, I'm still trying to figure out the pacing for this. Do we play out every at-bat, or do we just until wrist bit? Let's play out every at-bat, at least for now. Rob Hoffman Valley, the home of Honkball Club Alan Weber in Busum. Busum swept us the last time we faced them. Again, all these mods by Flying Canuck. He is a legend when it comes to the out-of-the-park modding community. Including for the JPBO, for Honkball Hofklasse, he's got some KBO mods up there. If you're not on the out-of-the-park forums, you are missing out. Diaz with 2 ducks on the pond. Little dribbler back to the mound. There's going to be a 1-6-3 double play. We're going to see Sulbaran again. He's had enough rest. Might win another Pitcher of the Year award at this pace. Popped up very high. Victor Dreyer. Delano Salasa. Oh dear, hit high and deep to right field, and on the warning track, it's caught by Clotida. Mush balls, I'm telling you. Marnix Rubin will loft this to left. Schmidt in left field will make the play. Throws into third. First and second out for Sherman Marlin. That's a little dribbler back to the mound. Sulbaran's throw is in time. First and second now for Pedro Hernandez. Rolled up the middle. That could be a run scored. Into center field. Trump makes the play. Throw is offline. Pioneers lead HCAW 1-0. Hemskirk lines right to the shortstop Madera. Here's Marlin. To third and through the wickets. Oh my goodness, it's an actual hit for Marlin. He has more walks than hits. 11 for 69. Yisyar. Line to the first baseman, Dreyer. First and second for Bolivar. Bolivar high and deep to center. Runners scooting back. Trump makes a good catch. I wonder if really it was Tyrell Mercado that's been the defining factor. I mean, adding Diaz and Sulbaran have definitely helped. Dumitrescu off the end of the bat. At some point, we got to get Starling Hotma in at first base. Hemskirk with a stolen base, all right. Or a wild pitch. Marlin is such a frustrating player. Clotida will pick him up. One of the better signings we made this offseason. Schmidt to right center field. That's going to split the outfield. Extra base hit. Excuse me one moment. There we go. Christian is intentionally walked. They want to deal with Bolivar. Bad idea. Uh-oh. Schmidt out of the ball game due to a leg injury. Do we feel like putting... Let's put Dumitrescu in, and then we'll get Starling Hotma over at first. Less than ideal. Bolivar tagged out running to the third. All right, so Dumitrescu will check in as the new left fielder. Enrique Starling Hotma into the game, taking over at first. I wanted someone with home run pop. And to give Starling Hotma some opportunities. An actual base runner at second, Sulbaran. Can't believe it. Sulbaran now with 5 Ks on the day. That's popped up. Starling Hotma will attempt to make the play, and he does. 1-2 on the way to Jayandro Trump. Sulbaran, unfazed. Lars Liguori into the game to take over for Aaron, I can't remember. Dumitrescu with his first home run of the season. And Marlin is plunked. This one could get away. Clotita, 2 for 4 today. That's chopped over the head of the second baseman and into center field. Little duck snort single. 7-0. Starling Hotma works the walk. And it's 8-0 Pioneers. It couldn't have been just adding Sulbaran. There has to have been something else. A double play gets HCAW out of the inning. Fly ball to center. Mercado charging it. Ends the bottom of the 7th. Doom standing at second. He's been on a burner lately. Love to see it. Note to self. Find a replacement for Hemskirk next year. Gideon Marlin deep to center field, and that's in front of the track. Man, this perspective is not good for tracking fly balls. All right, Sulbaran's thrown over 100 pitches. Let's get Sven Hoyer some low leverage innings. And by low leverage innings, I mean 1. JC Sulbaran comes up 2 outs short of another complete game shutout. Toss Specking, the pinch hitter. Toss, fly ball to right. Clotita puts a cap on it. The Pioneers have not allowed a run in 3 straight games. And only 1 in the game prior. To say that this team is turning it around might be an understatement. Oh, Stein Vanderschaft tore his UCL. That's fun. So one of our big signings that we gave 2 years to blew out his arm and is gone for season. We need a pitcher. Call up Levi DeGroff. Coin moves up in the rotation. Bennett goes back into it. There we go. Austin Warner will get the start here. I mean, Schmidt's healthy-ish. Just to make sure he's taking the rest of the day off, though, we're going to put Kevin Vigers in as our first baseman for this one. Bolivar standing at second for Pedro. Beats out an infield single. Attaboy Pedro. Hemskirk now. Bases loaded. 1 out. And that'll be a double play. Terrence. Austin Warner cruising. Oop, he has a little bit of trouble. Marnix Rubin now for Busum. Popped up on the infield. Vigers makes it 2 down. Madera, the shortstop. Drill to center field. And Mercado barely needs to budge. I know that Honkball doesn't have, like, StatCast. Oh, yeah. Can of corn. Still scoreless into top of the 6th. First and second now. Popped up. Bonavacia makes the play. Mercado, RBI chance. Fly ball to the left. 2 down. Dumitrescu now. Swing and a miss. Scoreless here in Hofdorp. Franklin Van Gerp getting loose in the bullpen. He's into the game, replacing Austin Warner, who put up a spectacular 8 innings of work, 2 hits, 4 walks, 3 Ks. Sadly, Lars Hoyer has just been that much better. Van Gerp looking for a win here instead of a save. One upshot of the lengthy offseason that Honkball Hoofdklasse has is that we're probably going to be able to get a few long programs in. Easy play here for Yizar. Sherman Marlin flirting with 400 here in this shortened season. Only 42 games here in Honkball. Another reason why I'm trying to play more out as opposed to letting the AI take care of it. Walk-off territory. Bolivar, Mercado, Dumitrescu now. And Bolivar gets his way aboard with a leadoff single. Edouard, decent base stealer. Mercado, 0-2. On the ground, that could be 2. It's an easy double play. Madera and Reinbergen make it look... That's your shortstop? Okay. Dumitrescu does have a home run this season. He will strike out. To extras we go. Bouncer to third. Tough play from Marlin. He's just going to eat it. Leandro Trump. Trump rolled to second. Hemskirk will go the short way to just get the first out. Don Baltus. 2-2 on the way from Van Gerp. Fly ball to right. Clotida. 2 away. Reinbergen. Strikeout victim. Lars still going here. Bottom of the 10th. No action in the Busum bullpen. Nobody's blinked yet. Hemskirk over the first baseman's head and into right field. 1 out single for Terrence Hemskirk. Gideon Marlin avoids the splitter, first and second. The go-ahead run on the other side of the diamond for Clotilda. Swinging on 3-1 to deep center field. It's going to be deep enough for a tagging Hemskirk. Vigers with a chance to walk it off. Nope. Von Gerp still going here. Burkel will work a leadoff walk. Selasa. Popped up to center field. Mercado charging in. One away. Bonifacia popped up right back to the pitcher. Bunt attempt going nowhere fast. Dreyer now. He's plunked. First and second here on the top of the 11th. It'll be Nick Los getting loose in the bullpen. Alongside Sem Nyman. Through the right side for a base hit. That could be the go-ahead run. Throw is cut off. Base is loaded. Oh, they got the runner at home! Clotilda! With the outfield assist. Looks like it might have been cut off by... Yes, it was cut off by Vigers. A Jeter-like flip. And we're still scoreless in the bottom of the 11th. Sam Freeman out of the bullpen for HCAW. Incredible start for Lars Hoyer. 10 shutout innings to bring his ERA down to .42. Christian Diaz to center field. Trump will make the grab. Bolivar facing a lefty. Roll to short. Easy play there for Awesems. Mercado, the 1-1. Off the end of the bat. Madera. We head to the 12th. I don't think I have... ties turned on. Sem Nyman into the game to deal with a couple of lefties. Slow roller to second. Dropped by Hemskirk. Oh no. Brindley Martina, the pinch hitter, up against Nyman. Up the middle, past a diving Hernandez and into center field. First and second, nobody out. HCAW starting to threaten here. Nick Los will enter the game. Gets a strikeout of the first man he sees. Reinbergen. Called strike 3. And now Burkel. First pitch swinging is popped up to Hernandez to the bottom of the 12th. Dumitrescu leading things off. Fly ball to right. That's going to be an easy play. Diving catch by Burkel. Strike 3 to the backstop. It's going to be a close play. Van Borculo can't get to it. Strikeout and wild pitch. Hernandez standing at first. Sam Freeman has first and second. Gideon Marlin. Fly ball into right field. That could be the go-ahead win. The throw home will be cut off. Bases loaded for Clotilda. Infield is drawn in. Outfield is drawn in. Check swing, strike 3. Vigers. Kevin Wiegers will win this one for the Pioneers. 1-0 in 12. Yikes. All right. 4-game win streak. Sulbaran and Warner both winning some awards, some plaudits. Yeah. Yeah, my manager doesn't like me. Or my owner doesn't like me. This guy's a top 10 prospect? Seriously? We try to get... Oh! I forgot we just skipped one by accident. Eddie O'Coin saddled with a loss. We left him in too long and he got blown up. So the win streak's over, but at least we're out of the danger zone. Schmidt's going to have some time to relax. We've got a lengthy break in the middle of the season. And now we host Curacao, our old teammate Antonio Velez. We'll get the start here against his old teammate, JC Sulbaran. Dwayne Kemp. And Hemskirchen Hernandez complete the double play. Daniel Brito, 3-1. And he's plunked. Kuiper strikes out. Velez has Clotita on second. Here's Christian Diaz. Fly ball to left center field. Little Oppo-Popo there. Christian Diaz showing off the gap power that makes him so valuable here in Honkball Hoofdklasse. Against his former teammates, no less. Mercado with 2 aboard. D-Block, good to see you. Clotita off the end of the bat. That's going to fall for a base hit. Up the line and left. Bases full of Pioneers for Schmidt. And he's plunked. What did we do to you, Velez? Oh, right, we hired you. And Christian Diaz lofts this into right field. 3-0 Hoofddorp. Velez is just not doing well here. The man is on the struggle bus. This seems familiar. Vigers strikes out to end the inning mercifully. If we can come away with a series win against Neptunus, that is a big deal. The defending champions, no less. Strike 3. Deep shift is on against Brito. He tries to go the other way. Marlin goes across the diamond, and it gets past Vigers. Oh, no. A run scores. Sem Kuiper, the first baseman now. Second and third, 1 away. Marlin completes the out here. Maxidian Kelkboom. Silberon. Over to first. 5-2 Hofdorp over Curacao Neptunus. Potentially more. Velez gets his third K of the day. Schmidt with a count of 3-1. Shoots us to first. Tough play. Kuiper. Ends the bottom of the third. Mercado's complaining a little bit about this inside strikeout. Velez seems to have calmed down. Sulbaran in a groove. One thing I need to do now that the actual honkball season has started is make sure all the uniforms are up to date. Sulbaran with 10 strikeouts on the day. Looks like he might start getting tired. Let's get Van Gerp up. This is a close one. Willems. To short. To Hemskirk. On to first. Vigers makes the grab. Into the deep shift. That'll be a 4-6-3 double play. Van Gerp loves to see it. This is a center field fly ball. Mercado ends the top of the 8th. Pioneers lead by 3. Neptunus. And the door is slammed. We squirt out of there with a 5-2 win. Sulbaran actually allows runs for the first time. Getting crowded up at the top of the Hoofdklasse. Neptunus, Penguins, and HCAW all doing well. Marlins starting to get hits. 3 for 5 in that game. Neptunus Family Stadion is next on Flying Canucks list, but we don't have that yet, so we get a road win, 10-7. Warner has his worst start as a member of the Pioneers, but Van Gerp and Lauf pick it up. Eddie O'Coin. The old man. Trying to muscle out his first win of the season and get his ERA out of the double digits. Kevin Kelly, the starting pitcher for Neptunus. He's played here before. Marlin standing at second. Clotita. Fly ball to center. Cordero makes the grab. Schmidt, little dribbler back to the mound. That's an easy play for Kelly. Diaz, 3-1. Inside for ball 4. Don't want to deal with Diaz. Bolivar. Popped up to second. I actually got to look at my lineup and make some adjustments. Needless to say, this has been the best start of O'Coin's season. A sweep of Neptunus would be a signal that the Pioneers are back. Roll to second. That will be a beautiful double play. Hemskirk and Hernandez have really turned into a solid tandem out there in the middle infield. O'Coin 4 scoreless. Dumitrescu over a pitch in the dirt. Hernandez to center field. Easy play. Full count. Or 4 complete. 4 scoreless. Willems. Runner at first. 1 down. Runner at second, I should say. And here's Vandermeer. Vandermeer to deep center field. Mercado's going to give it a look. That's off the top of the wall. RBI double with 2 out for Stein Vandermeer. Kemp is aboard with a walk. Louis J. Seenders. Now O'Coin's getting into some trouble. Levy DeGraff getting loose. Up the middle. Between the wickets of Hemskirk. This is the big inning Curacao was waiting for. Everyone moves up 90 feet. It's 2-0. AOL Libra, thank you for the follow. Dirksen. Off the end of the bat. Going to be a tough play for Dumitrescu. He makes the play. 2-0 Curacao. Neptunus holding down the fort here. Schmidt strikes out. Through 5. Neptunus looking to salvage the finale here. Levi DeGraff into the game. Over the middle infield. Mercado's throw is back to the pitcher. Excuse me. It'll be Nick Los getting loose in the bullpen. Dwayne Kemp to left center field. Dropped by Mercado, or he misplays it. Everyone moves up 90 feet again. Seender now, 2-0. That's on the infield. DeGraff ends the manages to get out of the inning. Diaz standing at second. Pioneers down 3-0. Kelly has pitched a beaut. Dumitrescu. Seven Ks on the day from Kevin Kelly. That's going to be a wild pitch for ball 3. They're just going to put Hernandez aboard to deal with Hemskirk. Probably the right call. Nick Los enters the game, gives us an inning of shutout work. Let's get Just van den Ovelen loose in case Loose runs into trouble. He didn't. First and second. Kevin Kelly might be starting to lose some steam here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Enrique Starling Hotma pinch hitting for Dumitrescu. Hotma lined into left field for a base hit. Everyone moves up 90 feet. And the Pioneers are finally on the board. Zach Hawk into the game. Signed out of AAA. Looks like he's hasn't quite adjusted to the Dutch game that well. slumming it a little bit. Hernandez strikes out. I mean, we do have other second basemen. We could just... Not Mafison. Could swap him for Meyer. Let's go with Vigers just to get a pinch hit opportunity. Vigers grounds to the first baseman and beats out the infield single. Dirksen can't make the play. It eats him up completely. Launch angle of 0. Straight down. Or just lined right at him. Marlin, now would be a heck of a time for a walk. There it is. We're all tied up at 3s here in the bottom of the 8th. Clotita swings and misses for the second out. Schmidt. Up the middle. And the Pioneers will take the lead. Is Van Gerp... Okay, he pitched 42 pitches yesterday. Ooh. We've got a long break coming up. Let's get Van Gerp loose. Vigers can play second. But we'll probably put him at first and put like Yannick or something over at second base. Things collapse for Curaçao Neptunus in the bottom of the 8th. Kevin Vigers will take over as the new first baseman. Yannick Romain takes over at second. Sven Hoyer will try to get the save here. Van Gerp getting loose just in case things get dangerous.
Strike 3.
Fastball for strike 3. Cinders.
Strike 3.
Back-to-back Ks. Cordero. To third. Marlins throw across the diamond is in time. And the Pioneers come back to win this one 4-3 and complete the sweep. Whee! Hatma, Vigers, Marlin, and Schmidt all with RBIs. Hoyer his first save of the season. Nick Los his second win. We have a chance. I thought this was going to be, well, we're going to, like, slum it out. No, we're kicking butt now. Let's look at the pitching stats. So, Van Gerp definitely is going to be our stopper. Let's get Nick Los set up as a setup man. He's been pitching really well. Let's make Sem Nyman our use more often guy out of the bullpen. Let's not rely on Sven Hoyer that much. That one save was a bit of a fluke, I think. Santiago's really doing that well? Huh. Yeah, we need a better second baseman than Hemskirk. Do we start playing Yannick Romain instead? All right, let's see here. Let's get Clody to lead off. Hemskirk is really the only awkward choice. Let's make Remain start more often. And then make Hemskirk a backup option. I also think we should get, let's get Vigers in more often as well over Dumitrescu. I mean, Doomer's done pretty well. But we also could use him as a backup outfielder. Let's move Santiago up to be our primary center fielder backup behind Mercado. So let's go Clotita, Diaz, Vigers, Schmidt, Mercado, Bolivar, Pedro, Romain, and Gideon as our second leadoff man. Versus left. Oh man, speaking of small sample sizes. Let's make Starling Hotma our DH, unless Diaz is really... Yeah, Diaz doesn't do too well against lefties, so let's give Starling Hotma some opportunities to show off that bat. Yzyar leads off. We're going to keep Hemskirk in the lineup here. Bolivar, Mercado, Marlin, Pedro, Schmidt, Vigers, and Starling Hotma. We don't see too many lefties, so that's why I'm not too concerned. On the road against Osterhout. Pick up the win 10-4. Coming back from down 3-0. Not bad. Schmidt with a 3-for-6 day. Gideon Marlin with a 3-for-4 day. Hey, he's coming around. And look at that. At 500. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Terrence Garcia up against Austin Warner. Runners at the corners for Marlin. Slow roller to third. Ventura makes the play. Clotita deep to center field. Carrying, and gone! Clotita's first home run of the season to the deepest park of Sport Park Pioneers. 2 out, 3-run blast. My goodness. Marlin wears one in the numbers. Pedro works the walk. Schmidt. Chopped into the shallow left field. That'll fall for a base hit. Everyone will move up 90 feet. But only 90 feet. Starling Hotma. Popped up into shallow center. Man, that thing's carrying. Fanzalingen will make the grab. Marlin chops this to right center field. Gideon's figuring it out. Credit where credit is due. I'm going to have to retitle this episode. Jeez. Salvage duty. Tesuiji, you need more faith in your ball club. Sunero Martino. Reliever here. He gets the out he needs. 5-0 Hofdorp over Osterhout. Warner gets into some trouble. Here's Max Kops. Straight up the middle. Hernandez will just tap second for the first out. Arcadian Muller. Bolivar's throw to second will be late. 3-1. Line to third. Marlin is there. Gijs van Zalingen. Called strike 3 on the inner corner. Whew. Good pitching there by Warner. Foreign guy I want to have back next season. Here's Lobstock. Fly ball to right. Bounces in front of Clotita. He can't run it down. Good throw home, but it's late. Ventura scores. Lobstock with his 25th RBI of the season. Dieters. Swing and a miss. Austin Warner. Is it time to get the bullpen up? Not just yet. We're up by 4. Mercado sends us to deep center field. That's going to be trouble. It's over the head of the center fielder, Van Zalingen. Marlin chops this to right. Falls for a base hit. All of a sudden, Gideon's figuring it out. If only we could teach him how to play third. Seriously, you look at the batting splits. April, whack. May, getting better. June, he's only batting .478. RBI wild pitch. Poor Mark Schmidt keeps getting bonked. Starling Hatma bounced on the ground. That could be 2. It is. No one's ever accused Starling Hatma of being fast. Sam Nyman getting loose. Poor Sonero Martina has pitched 4 innings of relief here. Now a new pitcher's in. Lucas Dendouen. Ooh! Starling Hatma up against the clubhouse. Cannonading drive there. I think we might need to start playing Starling Hatma more. Van Gorkum getting a rare start here. I'll end the bottom of the 8th. I mean, we signed him, then forgot to play him for the first few games of the season. And he's a local player, too, so we should absolutely keep him. Austin Warner's day is done, and we finish it up. O'Coin. And Schmidt gets his bell rung. That's less than ideal. We'll call up Burleson's. Once again, Eddie O'Coin saddled with a loss. ERA's under 3 at least. O'Coin heads to the bullpen. So I guess Dumitrescu's going to draw back in as our new left fielder. And we'll get Diaz in. I want Starling Hotma to continue to DH. I mean, we don't really need much of a depth chart. Because of the schedule, we do have a lot of days in between. Penguins leading. Wow. All right, we host the Pirates. Kim Hyung-boom out of the KT Wiz. Kofer. Pim Pfeiffinkel. Love that name. Pim. Pirates also the only team in Hoofdklasse, as far as I know, who actually have their names on the back. As you see here. Alright, Zulbaran. A little bit of early jitters. Uh-oh. And gives up a long bomb to the Korean player. Kim Hyung-boom brings the boom. Pirates lead 3-0. Very high pop-up. Easy play for Van der Veest. Pedro Hernandez to left and caught by Henrique. And Zulbaran just not having a good day so far. That one squirts through Romain. Bases loaded. Infield is in against Van der Veest. A wild pitch makes it almost academic. Yeah, Zulbaran is not having a good game. Let's get O'Coin loose. Reset, my dude, and figure it out. Gonna be a tough play. Hernandez goes to second. It'll be a double play. Another run scores. 5-0 Amsterdam. Unless we can get something going here, I think we're gonna get O'Coin in. Bouncer back to the mound. Easy play for Krog. Thibaut Pastor. Nick Hofer. To third. Scoop by Marlin. Over to second. Romain gets the one out. Duco Nauchin to Hernandez. O'Coin gets out of the inning. 2 errors on the day by the Pioneers, so this has just been sloppy altogether. Bases loaded, nobody out though. Bolivar. Ground to third. They're going to come home for one. Infield, or a fielder's choice. Hernandez. Drill to deep center field. That should be a sacrifice at least. Hofer makes the grab. Dumitrescu will score. Romain. Yeah, that's the downside. Romain's not exactly better than Hemskirk. Diving play by Pedro, can't come up with it. Throw from Dumitrescu is in. Infield is in against Iman Webb. Grounded to second. Romain goes home for one. And it's a double play, 4-2-3. Here's the right fielder, Pfeiffinkel. Up the middle, that'll score another couple. Outfield was drawn in, so Mercado's able to throw it quickly in and limit the damage to just a single run. Here's Vos. Popped up on the infield. 6-1 Amsterdam over Hoofddorp. And it's Just van den Ovelen getting loose in the bullpen. Charge! Clotita through the wickets of the first baseman. Runners at the corners for Christian Diaz. Trust Diaz. He knows what he's doing. Here's Wiegers now. First baseman. Works the walk. Tying run to the plate here. Crocked running into some trouble. Dumitrescu. Lofted to left field. Ends up long enough for Henrique. That will allow another run to tag and score. Mercado. First and second. One away. Infield fly. 2 down. Van der Weist makes it look easy. Bolivar rolled up the middle. Taken by the shortstop Neuchen. The UI, pronounces ow, always throws me. Just van den Ovelen takes over as the new pitcher. Trying to keep this a 3-run game. Throw by Dumitrescu is late. Here's Roland Henrique. 2-1. Bolivar's throw to second is late. Full count to Henrique. Grounded to third. Marlin looks back the runner. 2 down. Van der Weist. Long run in for Clotita, but he makes the grab. Thibaut Pastor. To second, Romain will flip it to first. Stretch time here in Hoofddorp. Roland Henrique to center field. That'll fall in front of Mercado. Bases loaded for Oliver van der Weist. Well, I get the sense we shouldn't have had this one anyway. DeGraff getting loose now. Bounce to Romain. He's going to go to first. It's an infield single? Come on. Iman Webb is aboard. 14 hits now for the Pirates. Uh-oh. Very deep Dumitrescu on the warning track. At least it's an out. Alright, that's ball game. Oof, ouchie, my bones. Well, at least Utrecht has buried itself in the relegation spot. We are likely safe. Austin Warner on the ground, or on the road at Sport Park Oakmere, Luc Lavendi Park, as they've renamed it. Jelle van der Lely, 23-year-old. Warner gets a key strikeout. That'll move the runner to third with 2 down. Van der Weist. Popped up into foul territory. Bolivar able to make the grab. And now the Pioneers are threatening. Wild pitch. Runners at second and third for Marlin. Gideon grounds to second. That's not going to move anyone. Van der Weist, man, I'd love to get him. Also, he's Dominican with a name like Van der Weist. That can't be right. Hold on a moment. Oliver van der Weist. I mean, he's an ex-Pioneer player himself. Now with the Pirates. I can't tell. I'm going to trust the game. I'm just jealous, I guess. Come on, Hemskirk. There we go. A doink single. And the Pirates are down 2 runs to the Pioneers. Clotita doinks a little single into center. Hemskirk going first to third. Daring running there with 2 down. Christian Diaz to deep center field and caught. Hofer makes the grab. Here's Thibaut Pastor. Rocketed to right. Clotita can't get there in time. Bases loaded, 1 out. Jamie Bierman, the first baseman. We're tied up at 2s as Warner gets into some trouble. Hofer swings and misses to end the bottom of the second. It was right about there where I sat on my honeymoon. My wife and I took in a game. Stupid hot in late May, too. Pirates lost that one 3-2 to Kinheim, if memory serves. I think that you can still watch the whole game on the official Federation website. They stream, I think, just about every single game. Ah, I see the hot streak has run out. Hey, Cardinal fan. Yes, it is honk ball time, at least for another half an hour, maybe 45 minutes max. Van der Weist. Oh, the back pick works! Oh my goodness, Bolivar. Guns down the runner at third. Marlin with a high throw, but is able to retire Van der Weist. Van der Lely has walked 5 batters. Hemskirk standing at second. Christian Diaz. Big cut there. Runners at the corners for Pedro. Chopped up the middle. Van der Weist. He's just been... I should just rename him to Thunder Beast at this point. Oh dear. Warner. Past the drawn in infield. Runners at the corners now. For the Duke. Duke Nauchin. And Hemskirk can't come up with it. I need a second baseman desperately. Bunted back towards the pitcher. Good play there by Warner. Van der Weist. Shallow left field. Will fall for a base hit. Warner is getting knocked around. Let's get Semlauf loose. Kim strikes out. That's a strike him out, throw him out double play. Welcome in, Raiders, from Sean Curtis. This is the Saturday Scouts in Honkbal Hoofdklasse. We are down 6-2 to the Amsterdam Pirates at their ballpark. If you want the ballpark, you got to go to the Out of the Park forums and look for the Flying Canuck thread in the 3D Models forum. Hemskirk wears one on the butt. Van der Lely has given up a few cheapies. Clotita swings and misses. Christian Diaz to the shortstop. Easy play there. Warner's day is done. Semlauf into the game. Rolled on the ground, Pedro will flip it to his counterpart, Hemskirk. First and second, nobody out for Tyrell Mercado. High pop-up, easy play there for Bierman. Bolivar strikeout victim. That doesn't happen too often. Pedro wears one. Marlin, full count. Called strike 3 to end the top of the 7th. Are you kidding me? Slow roller back up the middle. A double play, 4-6-3. Kim Hyung Boom. Ground out to Pedro. Pioneers still down by 4 here. It'll be Levy DeGraaf getting loose. Yannick Romain pinch hitting here. Blues, thank you for the follow. 7 walks, 7 Ks, 7 innings pitched for Jelle van der Lely. Christian Diaz having a bad day. Romain will stay in the game and take over at second base for Hemskirk. Laufstay is done. Levy de Graaf in to deal with Jamie Bierman. Popped up to center field. Easy play there for Mercado. Hofer. Fly ball to the left. Dumitrescu picks it up. Last chance here for the Pioneers. Blake Godsberry into the game. And he takes care of that. Ambush. Michael Bennett gets the start. Back home at Pioneers. In Hofdorp. And already we have runners at the corners. I'm getting real sick of this Van der Weist guy. Kim gets plunked. Here's Iman Webb, the third baseman. Fly ball to center. Get there, Mercado. Thank you. Martijn Schonderverd. 4 strikeouts already. Oh, he's just mowing us down. Diaz with a RBI double. All right. Did messing with the lineup screw up things? Should I not have done that? Or was it Schmidt's injury? I don't know. One nothing Hofdorp. Pioneers clinging to a lead. Give Bennett credit. He's been able to match them. Marlin's finally gotten up to a 40 rating at third base. Good to see. Plenty of opportunities to play. We have 1 hit and we cashed it in. Let's get Nicholas loose. Santiago shoots this the opposite way. That's going to fall for a base hit. Just a single, though. Romain. Chopped on the ground. It's a double play to strand the runner. Come on, if we can't get Pim Pfeiffinkel, who can we get? Ah, right, he's 3 for 3 today. At least Clotita. Oh, we got the runner at home at least. Mick Voss. Pedro. And the threat is over. Clotita with another outfield assist. 9 hits, no runs scored against Michael Bennett. All right, now we're going to get Nicholas into the game. He gives us a scoreless inning. Let's get Van Gerp up. Marlin shoots it to center. That'll end the bottom of the 7th. 1-0. Hoofddorp over Amsterdam. Frankie's in. Going for a 2-out save as Thunder Beast gets on board. 11 hits. Kim Hyung-boom deep to left. Dumitrescu slides and makes the grab. Wait, that was Diaz. All the more impressive. Yeah, let's actually do a little defensive substitution here. Michael Dumitrescu takes over as the new left fielder after that play. Kevin Wiegers now standing at first. Here's Iman Webb, the third baseman for Amsterdam. Popped up on the infield. Wiegers just checks in, makes the play. Pfeiffinkel, 3 for 3 today. And he will end at 3 for 4. Remain. It's Groenerveld. Fly ball to right. He might just be going the distance. Duko Neichin. Tying run at second. Mercado's got to chase this one down. Oh no, that's a blown save. The 13th hit finally cashes in a run for the Pirates. Rolled on the ground. They're going to try to go home. Hofer is out to keep the tie. Oh no, it's Thunder Beast. Roll to second, Romain chases it down. Bottom of the 9th we go. Pioneers looking for a walk-off win. Semlauf getting loose. Schoendeverd. Oliver van der Vries Severino. Oh, thanks, K-Touring. Much appreciated. We now know. All right, Doomer's aboard. Blake Godsberry on again. Bolivar. Pops this way up. I'll just wait for it to come down. Hernandez has not responded well to the change in batting lineup. To extras we go again. Van Gerp gives way to Semlauf. So if it's Van der Vries Severino, I think that might be a maternal-paternal surname thing, like how some Latin countries have. So he may have been born in the Dominican, yeah. Oh my god, can we please finally get Pim Pfeiffinkel out? Attaboy Cloach. Mick Voss. It's aboard. Base is loaded. For a designated hitter, Raphael Schmenk. Switch hitter here. And the Pirates will take the lead. Amsterdam makes it a 2-1 ball game, but an outfield assist from Dumitrescu will keep it that way. Bases loaded again for the Duke. Rocketed to left. Dumitrescu turns around and makes the play. 15 hits. Godsberry trying to slam the door here. Marlin with a rough game. Santiago swings and misses. And the Pirates steal this one, although arguably they really should have won it with 15 hits. We should not have kept that one close. Van Gerp, man. Schoendeverd with player of the game, 8 1/3. As we get to July. Levy DeGraff with, oh, stuff bump, stamina bump. Okay. Sean Curtis, thank you for the follow, and thank you again for the raid. Much love. Good news is Mark Schmidt's bell is no longer rung. Credit where credit is due. Vigers has done pretty well over at first base. He might be the guy we lean on more often than Doom. At least until Schmidt's back. Now let's get our two on-base guys up at the top. Vigers and Clotita. Diaz batting third. Really put Santiago in? No. Let's move up Bolivar, though. Mercado. Alright, Starling Hotma. With some love in there. Let's go Marlin, Pedro. Let's flip back Hemskirk and Mafisson. Right, we've also got Van Gorkum. Let's make our pinch hitters Santiago, Hotma, Van Gorkum, and Romain. And versus left, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to leave that as is. Zulbaran's going to take the mound up against Harlem Kinheim. And immediately gets into trouble. Oh dear. That's a triple. Yeah, I know about the cats. I've got a couple myself. Thankfully, they are leaving me alone at the moment. Pitch around him. Come on, Yaisyar. Alright, so we're down in a 3-0 hole before we even get an at-bat. Come on. Dumitrescu's throw home is well offline. At least we knocked out their catcher. I don't get it. Silberon was so much better before. At least Thunderbregen's not exactly doing well either. Oh dear. Bases loaded. Oh no. Diaz probably broke his hand again. First it was Mercado, now it's him? Oh man. We're gonna get Enrique Starling Hotma in at DH. All right, fielder's choice. Mercado. Oh yeah, we are going to do an intentional hit by pitch when we get the chance. Come on, Gideon. Rolled up the middle. That's going to be a double play. Gosh darn it. At least it wasn't a noble tiger. Okay, well, let's actually plunk someone who's worth plunking. Eat pant. Here's Gonzalez, the second baseman. To Hemskirk, that could be 2. Nicely turned by Pedro. Kinheim still leads 4-1. All right, Clotita standing at second. Vigers works the walk. Starling Hotma. Up the line at third. That's going to be a double play. Terbest makes the play. Stranding Vigers at second. Thunderbregan has walked 4 Pioneers, but is dancing between the raindrops so far and holding a 3-run lead. Bodieskis. Grounded back to the mound. Silberon's throw to first. Not in time. Boers is aboard. Franca to third. That should be a double play. Hemskirk with a beautiful turn. Oh, bother. Cottam swings and misses. Infield is in. Hemskirk can't come up with it. Mercado's throw is cut off. 5-1. Oh, that is very loud. But Clotita is on the warning track to make the grab. Yurchak will tag and score. Terbest aboard. Esquez will ground out to Pedro Hernandez. Eddie O'Coin getting loose in the bullpen. They'll take over here in the top of the 6th. I'm realizing that maybe having a 49-year-old show up to pitch this often is a bad idea. Yurchak will intentionally walk. or get intentionally walked, to bring up Cole Cottom. Fly ball to center. Mercado tracks it. Good play. 2 down. Clotito will let this one bounce in front of him. Kinheim putting the screws to the Pioneers now. Pinch hitter is Javon Vicario. 9-1 Kinheim. We're not in Mercy Rule territory yet, but we're not that far off. Milan Lammerts. Outfield is in. Called strike 3. O'Coin reaches back for a little something extra. Just 3 hits for the Pioneers today. Sorry, I broke it. Let's get Hoyer loose. Bring him in, rest O'Coin. Youf. Well, Pim Mulier Stadium is one of the ones that we actually have available to us, courtesy of the modders. So Schmid is unavailable still. Dumitrescu and Hemskirk. All right, let's rejig this. Let's get Burleson in. Go with Vigers over Van Gorkum. Let's do it. That's a very nice shot of the scoreboard. Boz Timmer on the mound for Haarlem Kinheim here at Pim Mulier Stadium. Haarlem very much is the home of honkbal in the Netherlands. In addition to having 4 teams in the top flight Hoofdklasse and the Eerste Klasse, that'd be Kinheim, DSS, Onze Gezellen, and Sparks. They also host the Haarlemmer Honkbalweek, when teams from all over the world congregate to play the game. Bolivar's throw to third is not going to be in time. Franca picks up another steal. Yurchak swings and misses. And Kinheim takes an early 1-0 lead. It can't have been Mark Schmid, right? I mean, we saw this team was putting up big numbers earlier. What's that throw? Come on, Starling. All right, Hotma's aboard. Bases loaded, 1 out for Burleson. Swings and misses. Hemskirk watches it go by. Talk about a bad season. It's a shame we have literally no other good options. This is probably going to be the last one for the stream session. Fly ball to right. Clotilda's primed and ready. Here's the throw home. It's a decent one. Not in time. Here's Felders. Fly ball to center. Mercado ends the bottom of the second, but Kinheim adds another one. 4-0 over Hofdorp. Marlin shoots this the opposite way. That'll fall for a base hit. Runners at the corners for Pedro. He works the walk. Starling Hatma wants to groove one here. He'll watch strike 3 go past. Burleson gets plunked. Hemskirk, break out of the slump, buddy. Sliding grab by Franca. Clotilda will ground out to the first baseman. Caught him. Come on, Marlin. Shot to center. Deep. Not deep enough. 2 down. It's a good thing Pedro's a good defender. Otherwise, I'd have no reason to keep him. I mean, we definitely could do better. Just probably not for that price. Your check. Popped up. Boss Timmer has walked 5. Liu Fuenmayor now enters the game. 1-6 record, so has a bit of a reputation. Burleson shot to center. Cower makes the grab. Austin Warner goes the distance in a losing effort. Bruised wrist. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Jason Geis-Bertha will join the team. What's our next series? Versus RCH. Alright, so we only have 7 games left in the season. This seems like a good enough point to stop, though. Michael Bennett will be on the bump for the next game we have. Game 36. Wrap up with a little unwrapping with the Bob Cajun Bobs. I probably should change which team my drops are going to. We're going to raid into Escape Velocity after this. And you'll see me next on Wednesday with the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. The Rockies restart save. So we got some good pack luck recently. We didn't pack them, but we got enough points to afford a Bobby Witt Jr. Immediately taking effect. We added Bob Ojeda as well. There are only 2 Bobs out there that I need to get. I could help the team. Bobby Mercer. Probably a DH type. Even though Higginson's pretty decent too. And Mercer could probably learn right field halfway well. And of course the PTCS Bob Feller. One of them sold for 1.2 million points. Not too many Bobs in the Negro League set, needless to say. Alright, that will wrap us up. Say hi to Escape Velocity for me. The raid phrase is honk. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Have a great rest of the Easter weekend. And for those of you where it's legal, a happy 420 tomorrow. Firage, take us out.